ดีครับวันนี้กีตาร์สยาม .com นะครับก็ไม่มีอะไรจะแนะนำมากนะครับกับมือกีตาร์ระดับโลกระดับทอมมี่ เอมานูเอลนะครับที่เราคุ้นเคยกันดี
กีตาร์สยาม
ครับกีตาร์สยาม .com
สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ
ครับสวัสดีครับ
Okay so also we glad you love Thailand since you come here like more than 20 years right
I've been coming to Thailand for a long time yes I think there's lots of things about Thailand that I like apart from the people and the food. I like playing here because people are very enthusiastic and they love guitar, they love music, and I think the Thai people are very much more open and they show their feelings a lot easier than some other cultures. I think so.
Okay. Normally we are called kind of shy people. Okay. And from the start, we recognize you as a half electric, half acoustic guitar player. And what's inspired to drive you to play more acoustic these days?
Well, I spent years playing in bands and things, and then my early albums for Sony were mostly electric with some acoustic, some acoustic songs. And then while I was doing all that, I was playing some shows where I just played on my own. And I thought, I think this works. I think it's okay to play without a band, So the more I tried it, the better it seemed. And people would say to me when I was touring with my band, they said our favorite part of the show was when you played on your own without the band. And I thought there's something there that's special. So I started writing more songs and coming up with more arrangements so I could play just on my own. And it just seemed to work really well. And the truth is that I couldn't do what I'm doing and tour all over the world if I had a band and crew all the time. It would cost too much money, So I can do this because it works and financially I can make it work. But also musically, it's wonderful for me and it's challenging, and it gives me a chance to take the audience on a kind of musical journey. And there's nothing predictable about it. It's unusual, and I like that, Okay.
And so on ask more on the electric side, just try not to make it cliche. Okay, on the electric side, you play more of the blue jazz kind of thing, the sound. And what's about it? Was it inspire you on that part?
Well, I've always been inspired. Electric playing. I started out listening to people like James Burton with Elvis Presley. That's the kind of electric guitar that I liked, and Chet Atkins and Duane Eddy and the Shadows and people like that. And then in the 70s, I discovered Eric Clapton and B.B. King, and then Larry Carlton, and players like that. And I got into jazz. When I moved to Sydney and I was like 21 years old, everybody was trying to play jazz. Everybody wanted to be a jazz player because that was cool. And so I thought that I was going to be a jazz player too, and I bought a jazz guitar and I tried to learn, and I was no good at it. And I even had a trio for a while. I played Wes Montgomery tunes. I did things like this.
Okay. This long thing.
Yeah. So, and then along comes George. that music influenced me more than anything. Listening to George Benson changed the whole way I played electric guitar. So and George is still one of my favorite musicians on the planet. I love his playing, and and the spirit that he plays with as well. George is phenomenal. He really is.
Yeah. How about Larry Cotton? I think
I
I'm
love
not so
Larry.
sure. I
Yeah,
think I heard
Larry's-
some sound of you.
Yeah, Larry's one of my favorites and always has been. And we work together every now and again, and it's great fun. But I think Larry's playing on Donald Fagen's The Nightfly album is still some of my favorite playing of his, because it's absolutely the best playing in a song format, and just hearing some of those licks he plays, and you can tell he's playing very gently, so there's a great control in what he's doing.
Okay, I'll find it out.
And
on
great
the list.
taste. Oh yeah. If you listen to what he plays on a track called The New Frontier, it's masterful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You played with a lot of great players. So, how does it feel? Anyone inspire you particularly?
Well, different people give you different inspiration. Just being around Chet Atkins was great, because he was my real idol. And then getting to know Les Paul was the same. It was just wonderful to be around a man of that experience. But I'd have to say the people that I really admire. People like Steve Vai and Joe Satriani, and those guys are really great to be around too, just in a different way, And I just really admire people who reach for excellence, and they inspire me, that's for sure. Jeff Beck's one of my favorites.
And also other parts of guitar that you listen to?
What other?
Other guitar, other instrument that you listen to?
Oh, absolutely. I love Art Tatum playing piano, Elton John playing piano. I love to hear, different drummers. There's so many good drummers out there now.
You ever play that, right?
Oh yeah.
Still playing?
Steve Gadd's one of my all-time favorites. I think I stole more from him than anybody else.
Okay.
Yeah, and Jeff Porcaro, and Vinny Caliuta, and Buddy Rich is a guy I love to watch too. And even though it's kind of music from another era, you can learn so much from somebody at that level who is so great.
You bring the idea to the song? You bring the idea to the song?
Sometimes,
Yes.
yeah. I just think of a way to feel it better.
Okay. So let's go back to I love the journey and the hunt.
Oh yeah.
In the back then, and you record with the Australian Philharmonic.
Oh yeah. That was.
What was the idea of those songs you?
Well, I wrote those songs back in the early '90s, and we recorded them as a live performance, right? And it's an amazing feeling to have 100 musicians on stage playing with a conductor. It's such a big, powerful emotion, But what was really interesting recording that Classical Gas album was that in order for me and my second guitar player, Rex Go, in order for us to get a big electric sound, we couldn't have our amps on the stage because they were too loud for the violins and everything close. So we actually put our amplifiers in a truck parked off the side of the stage and closed the truck up.
Wow.
And we mic'd the amp, and then we got the sound back through the monitor. So we had no amps on stage, but the guitar coming out the monitor.
Wow,
It was not easy. It was not easy at all.
It's kind of inspiring.
Oh, it was fun. I ended up quite a lot of the electric guitar parts. I ended up fixing them up later when I got the tapes to America and I went to mix the album. I thought you know, the sound isn't quite right on the electric guitar. So luckily for me, everything about the track was good. The band played well, the orchestra played well. So I actually just got a little Fender Vibrolux amp and mic'd it up in the studio when I was mixing, and I played the part again and just dropped it on, and it just sounds perfect, you know.
Yes,
but it was actually done a bit later.
And what is your choice of electric guitar? It look like
Fender
Telecaster. Right.
I use. I think I was the first person that I knew that put a Strat configuration in a Telecaster.
Yes.
This is back in mid '70s, and the first pickups that I put were called Mighty Mite pickups. They were Fender replacement pickups, and so I put a Strat, 3 pickups and a 5-position switch in my Telecaster, and all of a sudden I had a Tele sound and a Strat sound, an out of phase sound, and it was really interesting. And then EMG came along, and they were very good. But then the ones that were the best were the Bartolini. And so I still have the same pickups in that old Telecaster that I used all those years. They're called Bartolini Super Strats. And they really, basically what it is a Fender sound. It's just really big.
Yes.
Yeah. So
the later Fender is produced 3 pickups Telecaster, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So lately you just like take over the song and play it on your own style, mainly more. Is it an idea or?
I'm always looking for good songs to play. And if it's, I'm always trying to write, but I'm trying to. If I do a cover of a song, it has to. I have to really want to do it. You know, like the. I've been playing in my Beatles medley. I've been playing, but. And that's my love don't bring me presents, and really love that tune, you know, and I wanted to put it in my medley, my Beatles stuff. So I try to come up with an arrangement that sounds like me, but it's someone else's song.
Yeah.
You know, so, and then.
Yes, nice, very nice.
Yeah, so these songs are really wonderful.
This is in any album of yours?
No.
Oh, because I never heard of that, but it's kind of very different.
These are just things that I come up with on the road.
Okay, you should do it.
So my Beatles medley is getting longer and longer.
Sure, you're kind of like a big Beatles fans. And so how about I always wonder why all guitar players love to play Somewhere Over the Rainbow. What's beauty in it, in your opinion?
Well, I've been playing that since I was about 15. I think I started playing that song. But it's just a song that means so much to people. That's why people love it, you know. And it's just a song about hope. You know, if birds can fly, why can't I? You know? And people love songs that are inspiring. You know, and that's the reason why I play that song. And I remember one day we were reading magazines at an airport, and my manager said, "Hey, you get a mention in this," and it was Time magazine. I said, "Well, what's that about?" And there was some article about the song Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and they mentioned my arrangement in Time magazine. I was absolutely amazed.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's very beautiful.
Yeah, well, this idea here that that idea comes from Chet Atkins, right?
Sure.
So the rest of it I came up with, but that moving the harmony in a beautiful way, you know. Chet did that first in the late 60s.
Yeah, yes.
And so, you know, I would always give him the credit for that. But he did a version of it with Les Paul on their album Guitar Monsters, and they used much more jazz kind of changes. You know, I don't do that. I try to play it in a I don't know, a more respectful way rather than using jazz changes. But you know, the only thing that's important to me is that I play it and get the melody right and get the chords right and that kind of thing. So and when I approach playing the melody, somewhere way up.
It's more like a sing-along song also.
Yeah, well,
with your
it's
melody.
like someone is singing it. And that's how I try to approach it.
Okay.
Like a singer.
Very nice. Okay. So just a few questions left. Which part that you suggest a guitar player to practice?
Everything.
Okay.
Practice everything.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to be any good, then you must be practicing all the time. You know, it's not by magic that people get good on the instrument. It's by work. You know.
Did you when you play on the stage, you just try to follow the music, or you just kind of try to you see something in your head while playing patterns?
No, well, when I look at the instrument, I can see the patterns. I can see the chord shapes, and I know if I need an F, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. You know what I mean? I can see that. But when I'm on the stage, I'm always trying to make a connection with the audience. But I'm also trying to play the melodies, and then when I improvise, I'm really trying to fly my kite and to see where I can go with it, and see how much adventure I can get.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever played really wrong? I mean, wrong notes and anything?
I hope not.
Okay. After all, you play several instruments. Why did you finally choose the guitar?
Well, the guitar is a very portable instrument. You can go anywhere with it. You know, if it was my choice to have anything, I would be a harmonica player. Then I have no luggage.
Okay. Yes, that's good.
No bags.
Okay. Please say something to Guitar Siam fans.
Okay. ขอบคุณครับ and thank you to Guitar Siam for your support of guitar playing and also of fingerstyle guitar, and I look forward to playing for you in Bangkok.